I was only 18 years old when I got married. In my family, daughters never say no to their parents. From the time we are small, we are told that a good daughter listens and obeys. So when my father looked at me and said, "It is time for you to get married," I smiled. Even though my heart was heavy, I whispered, "If this makes you happy, then I will say yes." The wedding came and went. I wore the dress. I smiled for the pictures. I did everything that was expected of me. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. But inside my heart was empty. Many nights I sat by the window asking myself, is this really all there is to life? Just living for others. Just doing what they say. 2 years passed like this. Then one night everything changed. My husband was driving the car. It was late and the road was dark and quiet. I was sitting by the window looking at the stars. Suddenly, the car shook. It turned sharply off the road. My husband had fallen asleep while driving. Before I could even scream, the car rolled down and crashed. The sound was so loud. Glass broke into pieces. Metal twisted. My body was thrown forward and pain shot through me like fire. In that moment, my husband jumped out of the car and ran to save himself. I am glad he lived, but I was left trapped inside. People from nearby came running. They pulled me out quickly, but they didn't know how badly I was hurt. While they dragged me, my back broke even more. When I opened my eyes again, I was in a hospital bed. My right arm was broken. My wrist was broken. My shoulder and collarbone were broken. My ribs were broken, too. But the biggest wound was on my spine. I stayed in the hospital for 2.5 months. Those days felt endless. Nights were the hardest. The room was silent except for the ticking clock and the beeping machines. I lay awake staring at the ceiling asking, why me? Why am I still alive? One morning, a doctor stood near my bed. He said gently, "I heard you loved painting, but I'm sorry. You will not be able to paint again." The next day, another doctor came. His voice was firm. "Your spine is badly injured. You will not be able to walk again." I closed my eyes. My lips trembled, but I whispered, "It's all right." On the third day, the doctor came once more. His words broke me completely. "Because of your injury, you will not be able to have children." That night, I pressed my face into the pillow and cried until I could not breathe. I thought, if I cannot walk, cannot paint, cannot be a mother, then why am I alive at all? But deep inside, a small voice told me not to stop. One evening, I called my brothers. My voice was weak, but I tried to sound strong. "I know my hand is not steady," I told them, "but I cannot look at these white walls anymore. Please bring me some colors and a canvas. I want to paint again." The next day, they came with paints and brushes. My hand shook as I picked up the brush. It felt heavy, but when I dipped it into bright color and made the first stroke, I felt a spark inside me. Stroke by stroke, I filled the canvas. The lines were not straight, but they were mine. People who passed by stopped to look. "So beautiful, so bright," they said. They saw colors, but they didn't see the tears running down my cheeks. They didn't feel the pain hidden in every stroke. That was the day I found my voice again, without saying a single word. I told my story through my painting. And in that moment, I made a promise. From now on, I will live for myself, not to be perfect for others. I began to face my fears one by one. My first fear was divorce. I worried about what people would say. But I reminded myself, fear is only in my mind. It cannot control me. So I let him go. When I later heard that he had married again, I did not cry. I held my phone, typed a message, erased it, typed again, and finally sent, "I am happy for you. I wish you the best." And I truly meant it. My second fear was that I could not become a mother. This thought hurt the most. But then I reminded myself, a child is not only born from the body, a child is born from love. I decided I would adopt. I sent my name to many organizations. 2 years passed. Then one morning, the phone rang. "There is a baby boy," the voice said. "Would you like to adopt him?" My heart leapt. Tears rolled down my face. Yes, yes, please bring him to me. When I held him in my arms for the first time, he was just 2 days old, so tiny, so soft, smelling of milk. He opened his little eyes, and in that instant, I became a mother. Life in a wheelchair is not easy. The hardest part is not the pain in my body. The hardest part is the way people look at me. In a world that loves perfection, it hurts to feel different. But I decided I will not hide. I painted more. I modeled for clothes. I hosted TV shows. I stood on stage and spoke about women, about children, about hope. Each time I was afraid, but each time I grew stronger. Slowly people began to see me. Not the chair, not the broken body, but me. And I learned something. When you accept yourself, the world begins to accept you. We all make plans. We all think this is how my life will be. But life does not always listen. I never thought I would be in a wheelchair, but this is my life now. And I choose to make it beautiful. People often say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I say, make lemonade. Drink it with a smile and never blame life for being hard. It is okay to be afraid. It is okay to cry, but it is not okay to stop living. People say failure is not an option. I say failure should be an option because when you fail, you learn, and when you rise again, you are stronger than before. So celebrate your life. Be thankful for every breath. Real happiness is in being grateful. As long as you are alive, live every moment fully.